So yeah, Shapeshifting Detective. FMV Murder Mystery. Detective Bot on the case. Very loud.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline.
Yes, our objective
It's
is to find the
horrible,
murderer.
Poe.
Of course.
Indeed it is.
Very odd, like background on the very odd background on the menu.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Okay. I wonder what this. Alan, he said, "Do you need to keep your mouth shut?" Does that mean we need to say nothing?
Exactly. Rewind.
Achievement. Wait, what? Okay, I guess we're not supposed to say anything. Damn it! We gotta do it again. It was game over. What? Right, so saying something was game over. That was the testing or something. So I'm guessing those two buttons we could
You're
choose.
listening to Radio
The second one was like a trash
Dark
can. That
Nights,
probably just means
Poe
nothing,
and
I guess.
Monroe.
Or delete
It's
the
5
option.
o'clock and I'm
Awesome.
Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is. Okay. So this time we'll
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Hey, we got an achievement for clicking that button though, right? So I'm guessing this one. Ah, okay, so this one is kind of deleting the... I guess if this would delete the option and it will say nothing, right?
You know why you're here, don't
okay.
you?
No.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Okay. I say nothing.
Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
Sure.
Splendid.
Sure.
If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
No shoes in the guest house. Hello, Salvatore. Did you back SC Wingman's under? I did not back Underworld Descendant. No, I did not. Offering free keys for the November 15th launch date. I did not know. As long as it takes.
Yes, the chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Visitors?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
Tarot readers? Okay.
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Ooh.
Just finishing.
Ooh. Predicting the future. Don't walk in your hands either. Yes.
You don't believe?
Sure, we believe.
That sounded serious. You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure. Why not?
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win or are you guilty? Are you guilty of what? Did we do that one?
Oh. The Page of Cups. It suggests I'm innocent of whatever it is I'm being accused of. I'm going to be seeing a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the left.
Good. We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Okay.
Thank you for your dreams.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Dimitri's Descent by Chris Hoppenbrowers. Read
Decker.
by The Raw Geek. Dimitri stared out into the pitch-black darkness outside of his bedroom window. It felt unnatural to be here, in this place, so far away from home. With some regret, he thought back to the day he...
Right, number 4. FMV game Shadow, that's how they roll, right? FMV game. I'm glad we're seeing more of them, honestly. I do like FMV games. So it's that room. It's not a bad looking room. Not bad, it actually looks quite good. We haven't even, well, for the 3 minutes we've been playing it, it looks okay. But we haven't really got into it yet. If it only just started just now, a few minutes ago. Alright, okay, we can't do anything in our room yet.
in fear of catching a glimpse of himself. A pale, gaunt carcass of a man, more akin to a ghost than
Ah, we
any
can visit
living
the chief,
being.
okay.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Hello, Ellie.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered?
Why are the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Okay.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Well, isn't she in jail?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Sure, we'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Okay. Is my badge gonna help me out?
Do I have to spell it out?
Yes!
I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
What problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled.
I got no
This
idea.
is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Second Chance Sunday. Right, so, yeah, he's pretty good, Ellie. I mean, some of the actors in this are the same ones that were in Dr. Decker, their last game. So, of course, these are the things we can ask him. This question here is one we can delete. So, questions, options that have, hang on, maybe let's move myself to the other side. Let's go that side. Questions that have the trash can next to them are ones we can ask him, or ones we can kind of just delete and not ask at all. So much like Dr. Decker, when the game starts, the killer is randomized. So two playthroughs are not going to be the same unless you randomly choose the same person. But let's see what he's got to say. I even got a piece of paper and a pen because Well, we're gonna. I think we should better use them, but we're gonna go through all of them, Elswin.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Alright. When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner.
Okay.
We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Murder. So we're writing note. I'm writing some notes on paper just for the important stuff, right?
In her bedroom. She was naked.
Oh.
Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this.
Okay.
It's the one thing only the killer would know.
So if anyone says anything about a gold coin, we know we did a murder.
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
What do we know? Not much. So should we actually ask him if he's got an alibi, or just ignore that? Okay, I'm gonna ask him.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
I mean, you gotta ask everybody, right?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Let's go.
200 meters, 300 meters, 400, 500, 600, 700. Nearing the end of the rope now, she informed Dimitri at 800 meters. If we lose communication, The rest was inaudible.
Okay, so we can
I'll just
resume.
tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Dimitri said to himself. After plummeting what was probably
we'll
a
start
few
with
hundred
Violet.
meters.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Yes, we have seen Chief DuPont. So, right. Let's start making some notes as we talk to people. Maybe we'll help us get somewhere. Keep track of things. Now, of course, she's going to have known her because she's the proprietor of the guest house, right? And she was staying here.
Not really.
So
I'm
knew
sure
who
she was a precious lamb, though.
A precious lamb? Dorothea was a precious lamb?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though. don't they?
Ooh.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
So, Oscar is her... Okay. Who do you have a guess? Let's ask.
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of
Ooh.
asking them to leave, actually.
Why do you want him to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Wait, who are you calling a hobo? Me? Hobos?
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Hello, Miss Candela. Alright, what were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Well, she doesn't remember what she was doing. Okay. Right. That seems like it could be worth noting down. Yes. Yeah, there was a game out early last year from the same developer. The Infectious Tales of Dr. Decker or something like that, which had similar sort of actors in it. We're gonna ask her. We can avoid the question, but we'll ask if she's ever been there.
I've driven by it. Never actually been in it.
Alright.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Okay, she's anxious.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Okay. Okay, so that's Violet.
Dr. Utani was able to create a rough translation of the word, or rather something that approximated it.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Hello, Bronwyn. I have some questions about the murder. How did you predict the murder? We'll start with that one.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
She's a tarot reader. You ask her to kill her?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Alright. Well, yeah, let's see if she got an alibi.
In my room, reading.
In her room reading.
I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Okay. Saved you?
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Okay. You think Violet is trashy? Sure. Yeah.
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Alright. Some questions about the murder. Okay.
Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
How would you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
Alright.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Alright.
Curiosity, he approached
Okay.
the source of the sound. He reached out his hand.
Let's visit Rain,
No
shall
one was
we?
there. Dimitri was both perplexed and overcome by a frightful panic.
Let's
He
visit
felt like he was
Rain.
going mad. Nothing made sense. He just wanted to leave this night.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us.
Burglaring us.
I'm Rain, by the way.
Yeah. No, we can't touch him.
I heard you say earlier your name's Sam. You don't look like a Sam.
Wait, you don't look like a Sam. Well, I asked him the same thing. How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
A special deck. Ooh.
You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
Alright. Hello, Kimball. So that's how she came to. They came to think it was Dorothy got killed because she's a redhead. But then there's Violet. So, what were you doing last night?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work.
Oh, someone else. No alibi. What do you believe in?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
Okay. Tell me about a special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Okay. Can I see it?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Mercury. I mean, that's a special tarot deck. In Wales, how do you fire secondaries when I get that perk? Only fires on lockdown ships. If you hold the control key down or left alt key, you get the cursor and you just click on a ship that you want your secondaries to fire at, Shantagi, just like you do with the planes. You hold the left alt, you get the while holding the left alt, click on the ship you want to shoot at, and then it should shoot as soon as it's in range.
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Dorota Shaw. Okay. Have any connection?
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
That's what the killer would say. We'll worry about that.
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
You'd have to be possessed. Ah. Maybe.
Just keep an eye out for anyone acting suspiciously. Although, today, almost everyone seems to be acting suspiciously.
That's like some sterling advice there.
Later, on the way over, Dimitri had listened to his recordings
Right.
and couldn't make out anything out of the ordinary.
Lexi.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Hello, Lexi. Oh. Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
She's a bit nervous. How did you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The fuck is a happy squirrel? Happy squirrel, devil, or death? We'll do devil.
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper.
Lol. So where's the most dangerous card?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
So the one that is the most dangerous is not one of the ones we had an option for. But I own able to play some Odyssey. Ah, nice. Simple. You drew the Five of Swords?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Okay. What were you doing last night? See if she corroborates Bronwyn's alibi.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, that's what they call it. Yeah, I mean, the event's kind of finishing in like 5 minutes, right, Kimball? So, I'm probably gonna skip it Thursday as well, I reckon. I don't see any other reason to really check it out this week. The only thing I would really check it out for is try to see what yesterday's patch did. That isn't documented, but other people can do that and tell us all about it, right?
You can ask Bronwyn. We were together.
Oh. Together?
Not together. That sounded kinkier than I meant it to.
Hello. Well, yeah. Very suspicious. Yes. Very suspicious. How would you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
You think she could kill her? Might as well ask the questions.
No.
No! Right. Why did you come here?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards in Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Okay. So, you do whatever cards tell you. If they told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Do you? A job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
Job? What? Trying to cover tracks.
Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Yeah. I had a job once. I totally did.
No, you don't.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I think that's the tarot readers we've spoken to.
There are pickle-shaped cufflinks. And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork quilt Mom sent me over 2 Christmases ago. I was never going to see any...
See if they got anything else to say now we spoke to each other.
Late before I realized I'm still holding the gun.
Maybe this could be where we start doing a bit of shape-shifting. I see the Mercury Tarot. Ah!
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure, why not?
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Sure.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
Oh, the cards are rooting us out.
Just the throw remains.
Okay,
Still
she does
stroking
have
the
the
couch,
cards.
she continues. Why do you keep the quilt on it?
Right.
Fine.
So we'll probably go to our room.
Well, I bet it does,
We can
she
check out some
winks.
shape-shifting.
So, I was wrong. Apparently the quilt could have some action after all. But
Where's that go? Back to
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August.
Oh,
Police
hang on,
investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
So when you hail a cab, you fast forward the game an hour. Okay. Let's go back to
the
our room
alpaca
first.
took in the chest. I grimaced. 6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead. I point the gun at her and sneer. What do you...
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Right, okay, we can probably maybe shapeshift into any of these peeps. Let's try, sure, let's go into her.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Okay. We're now, does that mean we're now Lexi? If we leave and turn the bottom left, we're Lexi.
She kisses me on the cheek and gives me a gentle push. Now,
Let's visit
go and
the
tell
other
the
tarot
chief.
readers as Lexi.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
I'm worried about her. Let's do it.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects? Am I really fine? Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So there's obviously something going on there, right?
It must be bronze.
Correct.
I see, but
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
You're looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Okay.
Yeah, again, it's a theme that we've visited before and whatnot.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night. Please don't ask us to leave.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
Well, you'll be in jail.
The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
I suppose one way when you're doing the shapeshifting is you can kind of see if they kind of stick to their story.
made out of metal. And also there's...
Alright.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Is Violet. Right.
In combat?
Could be combat.
Maybe they're...
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank.
Okay.
Did you sleep well last night?
Now the thing with this is that, I mean, you'd think, right, if you start shape-shifting and speaking to the characters, it's going to be very quickly they'll realise that they weren't there, you know what I mean? All that's going to happen is next time she speaks to her friend, she's going to say, we didn't see you. I didn't come to your room last night, you know.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you, yes.
Nice guy. It was a practice that was thought of as surgery at the time.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Hello, Red Dog.
I didn't see you around yesterday evening.
Now we know
But you weren't in this room, were you?
We know she was in Brahma's room.
But you...
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Alright, okay. So, he sleepwalks. Okay. Okay,
Okay, I'm going to explain. The reason why it's heavy, it's in fact an Egyptian mall.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
Right, let's do that one.
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Well, yes, that does make sense.
Mother, read by Brandy Clark.
Right, okay.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
She'd grown. Wasn't she looking well? Part of her...
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern.
Another?
I think it's another right.
A right?
Another
right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham?
The Traveller? Dead Girls? Ring any bells?
Traveller?
Okay, so obviously they did something similar in Birmingham.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
Okay.
Favorite lemon biscuits and ate it in her bedroom like she was 13 again.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would I run? You strike me as someone brave.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Yes, Red Dog. FMV goodness. We need more FMV games.
And a few items of clothing. Even so, a human vessel was out of the question.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Hold on.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while.
Oh
Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Yeah. The two of them are definitely
on the back of Mother's armchair,
you know.
watching her with talent.
two of them are definitely up to something.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
She just had to do as she was told.
She's not there.
What was
She's
the
not there.
baby? The parrot squawked.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here. Well, the real
Do the
reason we're here.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
So why are they here, man? I'm looking forward to Kursk, yes. It'd be kind of an interesting experience.
It's saying, "What a joke you are!"
An educational game experience. Oh shit, hang on. Wrong one.
Thinner and harder. There were no more.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendency? Crime of passion?
Yeah, Bronwyn's a real bunny boiler.
Okay.
She said.
Okay.
Then she cut off her face.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Maybe just see Violet as the chief if we can. Then we'll progress to the next day.
And caught her still smiling mouth.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
Wait, what?
How's Bronwyn been? What were you doing last night?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
Just a
what
little
were you doing
bit.
last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
It's very fishy that she cannot remember anything.
Mother. Red vibrate.
Okay.
Fat that bulged over the waist of her jeans, secretly pleased.
Alright, okay.
Big
I was just
sheep
seeing if
Wasn't
anything
she
opened up
looking
after
well?
we spoke to each other to do it. So we're going to
Part
just
of
get
her
out of
wanted
here.
to keep it, but she
We're going to visit the
couldn't.
chief, then we're going to
No.
progress. See what he's got to say at the end of the day. Violet says her statement's in your office.
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get along fine.
Alright.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Perhaps they're related, yes. I mean, the thing that's weird with obviously we know the tarot readers are onto something. They're onto something, right? They're onto something. I mean, they both was in a room last night, but they both said they was in the other one's room. So, I mean, that's suspicious, if anything is.
Enough without the gnawing.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip
I've seen this already, but there's no way to skip the little videos.
Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shore was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe.
She
so
likes
you don't
getting
get
wet.
I like getting wet.
Yep, she
That's
does.
6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
She likes getting wet. Right, next chapter.
Fail anymore. She just had to do as she was told, like the good girl she always
Who's
was.
Oscar?
Who are you?
Who's Oscar? And should we... Who the frick is Oscar?
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Oh, Oscar was the boyfriend. Damn it. That's who Oscar is. Oscar is the boyfriend of the dead girl.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5. We're playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
That's because she was dead. God. What can you tell me about Dorota's parents?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
How long were you dating?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. But we did care for each other.
Alright. Any idea who would do this to her? Oh, was she seeing anyone else?
No. Why?
She was killed in her bedroom. Killed in her bedroom.
Chief DuPont said there was no signs of anything like that.
Is it possible the killer was hiding in her room?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Have you hidden in there before?
Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch.
Oh.
Not other guys. Just, she had these, you know, voyeur fantasies.
Sure.
She'd ask me to hide in the upstairs closet. And then she'd walk in and strip off. Start touching herself. She got upset if I came out before she'd finished. I'm sorry, is this helping with the investigation?
Maybe? I'm in the closet.
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Surely a mom's wedding dress or something. Alright. So. Thanks, Oscar.
Peacocks. She must be early 20s. The white robes barely cover her, soaked in blood. How very traditional, thinks Lung.
Right, why would someone kill a daughter? Who do you think Oscar killed her? Well, ask him that one.
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Just a Vicar's boy.
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you, Sam?
Satanic cultist. Okay.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Photos? Right. Who are they for? Sounds like you know a lot about Dorota.
Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
Okay. Zach.
If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset.
Uh-huh. Who about Zach?
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
We haven't said a word. You know where he is?
At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
Okay. How do you know that?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Wait, did he take pictures of you in your underwear when you was 4? Jeez. Well, I mean, Dr. Decker, she was, a succubus. Or thought she was a succubus. You know, so she's thinking along the same lines this time around, Ellie.
She staggers with each impact, then begins to sprint it long.
Right, did you know Doris's boyfriend? Right, let's question this, because this was definitely a bit fishy. They both said they was in the other one's room, so we'll ask her this one first.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Uh-huh. Having a truth.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
Okay. Why'd you lie about your alibi? That's...
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
So she doesn't have an alibi after all. Neither of them do. Oh, what are you doing in your room? Wouldn't you like to know?
I was logged into Tarotasm. It's a phone reading service and I get paid by the minute. Which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, he came to see me.
Ooh.
He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Did you tell him anything about Dorota contacted spirits? You contacted spirits?
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
Why didn't you make up a face message?
You lie once and you just have to keep going, don't you?
You just did lie.
What do you think? Okay.
Well, what I think I can see is...
Hi Sam, back for more already?
Alright. Why'd you lie about your alibi? We'll start right there.
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Am I in trouble? It depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. And there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die.
Well, so if she dies next, then we know she was lying, right? Right. Did you know her boyfriend?
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
Alright. When?
This morning. He only wanted to see her. I guess he didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say.
What about a traveller?
Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
I got no idea. Ray told me about it.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess she must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Oh, inner circle. What? Sure.
Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
What? What the hell's going on now?
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
Oh. Are you sure not like that?
The bells are very cute.
In a circle. What's that all about?
Sam, what can I do for you?
How'd you get Dorota's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Well, yes, indeed, we cannot. Kentucky, the tarot didn't tell you?
It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise.
Okay. So if they got a name from Ouija board, I wonder who they contacted.
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Alright. Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Travellers.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Now we can actually come to him as Bronwyn and tell him it's okay to talk about it, right?
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
Low. Red dog. I've never done such things, so
Just... this is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here.
Wait, what? Time travel is real?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Sure. Like to mention you're here to do a job.
We're trying to save people.
Okay. I'll delete that one. Alright.
That's what
We're trying to save people.
Something that guards against evil.
I think I'd quite like to have a guard against evil.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Oh, what? Okay, so we can't just use this as much as we want. I'm just gonna go as Bronwyn and speak to him.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
From the Jessa channel.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
What did
you can tell...
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check. You're right.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Alright.
What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth. That I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? The police think it's me, don't they?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Possessed?
Why possessed?
You're kidding, right?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So maybe
No one saw me.
Maybe she's got
No one knew I even
a problem
went
with
for it.
possession.
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is
That we
something
do.
wrong?
That we do.
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Sure.
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to hide?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Sure.
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our alibi?
You haven't got one.
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Okay,
Yes.
So the stories about our alibis are still very
No.
hit and miss, right?
Where were you? Bron, don't mess me around, you're scaring me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was here. I'm just kidding. I was here.
Not funny.
Okay. Okay. Right. There's a lot of weirdness going on between these two. They both said they're both pretty much saying they're lying to cover the other one.
Then
Which one is telling the truth?
Miss,
Let's try to go and
are you okay?
speak to Zach. Well, I suppose let's go speak to Rain first and see if he tells us about what he tells us about Birmingham.
With her back flat
Now that he
on
can.
the road.
Oh, come on! He said you could. He said you could tell us about Birmingham. Tell us. I guess you can't tell us.
She was
today.
breathing. Short and shallow breaths.
All right.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I could hear her typing what I was telling her.
Thought we'd be able to visit.
Where did this happen?
Lex
I
or
looked
Zach,
down
but
at
I
the
guess we
girl
can't
as her
until the
chest
next
stopped
chapter.
rising. Her eyes didn't blink, and she no longer...
Let's go back to this guy and ask him why he visited Bronwyn. Why'd you visit Bronwyn?
That's personal.
We know what it's for. You wanted Bronwyn to contact her.
I said I don't want to talk about it. No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff.
You know, Tara's predicted a murder.
Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
Bronwyn said Dorota kissed her. Oh, come on, that's kind of dumb.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Oscar was playing football. That's what we said.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
Well, he was he's a vicar's son, right? He's a vicar's son. Who is on your suspect list? 17 months? Are you crazy? Maybe a little bit. Whoopee! Thank you, Red Dog. 17 months. Oh man. Who's on your suspect list?
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
The family.
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
You tell him about it? Let's tell him.
Figures. Got any proof?
Yeah.
Get proof. Then I can haul them in.
I'm still not sure if one of those actually did it, though.
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Roman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is.
Alright.
Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pull the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Alright.
When she finally gets to the checkout, there's a huge queue. Now, when she gets to the cashier, she realizes she's left her money at home.
See if we can ask her anything else. I'm kind of thinking something. We can a little bit. When you're opening stuff up, it seems like most of it seems to be stuff you can ask in the next chapter, right? But we can ask her about the Ouija board.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Sure.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Uh-huh. Go on.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name.
Oh.
Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Marvelous. Wow.
I know. Mind-blowing.
Wow. The spirit world is in the future. I would have known. Yeah. I think she's the one who should be taking some meds. You know what I mean? I don't think she would have murdered. I don't think she's the murderer. She's just ditzy.
So Poe was very close with what he was saying, because the impression that I get from this dream and from your explanation of this dream is that perhaps, Gabby, it's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
You know, it's one thing I've kind of wishing already, right? I mean, the game itself is every hour is a different chapter. But when you're in the guest house, you can speak to the guests, you can shapeshift and speak to the guests as each other. But as soon as you go to hail a cab, it automatically advances to the next chapter. But you got to go to the cab, you got to hail a cab to speak to some of the characters, so you get to hear that next hour summary page twice. Now, technically, they should have not played that until you actually hit next chapter, right? Because if you go back now and then go do it again, you got to hear it again. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's something I can see them patching.
Dimitri Sheffield, an expert in the field of archaeology,
we got Zach now.
Hadn't had a breath of fresh air.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
No. Zach, are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
You. I'm like my chief. Oh, the Shores had me.
The Shores? Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
You've never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
Mm-hmm. Did you photograph her?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Did you come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Okay. Do you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Aye. Was that the only time you met her?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits and she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Oh. Gonna show us some saucy pics.
As you can see. There's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
What? I see... What? I see a picture of her... What is he pointing out here? What is he pointing out in this picture?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Uh-huh. He doesn't look suspicious at all, does he? He just remembers their shapes, Miss Condola. That's, do you take any other pictures?
What do you mean?
Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography.
Uh-huh.
Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends. Or girlfriends, I suppose.
Okay. He's a little bit suspect, but then again, he's a photographer. He's probably just perving over all of them. Right. But he knows where she lives, so that does make him he's got the relevant info to have done it. Who did she get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
Friends with Violet?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
Okay, so maybe it'd be a good idea to come to speak to him as Violet.
Violet takes it very well, actually.
Wait, what?
I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Sleeping with her.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Anyone confirm this?
Only the roof rats.
Right. Okay, so no alibi. Unless the rats can talk.
He disappeared into the depths.
Maybe we can ask him about the pictures, see if he knew anything about pictures. Right, do you know Zach?
No? Who's that?
He took photos of Dorota.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together? No, sorry. Don't know why I asked you that.
Hey, JDJ. Did she show her boudoir photos?
Her what?
Okay.
Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
I don't know. Let me see them so we can see if they're the right ones.
Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
Yeah, so obviously the photos she took weren't for her boyfriend, so who were they for? Maybe
If we lose communication, just...
Right.
The rest was inaudible. I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Demetrius said to himself. After plummeting what was probably a few hundred meters more, he jerked to a sudden...
We gotta speak to Zach as her, right? Let's talk about Zach.
Do we really have to?
Yes. You just leave them together, sure.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
What does he say?
He says he loves me, but I'm the only one for him.
Typical man. Do you love him?
A rose by any other name? I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, who are you? Who are you, creepy kid?
I'll be sure to get some pictures for you. Dimitri, fully aware that he was suspected...
Who's the creepy kid?
Went out. This is not just probes that end up malfunctioning.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
I can sort you out
He placed
afterwards.
a piece of paper over the etchings and proceeded to rub it with a pencil.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
I'll sort you out.
So had a soothing quality to it. It managed to chase away...
Now he's obviously not working. Alright, so Birmingham, okay, let's go.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Okay, Ginny.
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Okay, why did Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Okay. What about the Travellers?
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Oh.
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know?
Oh, yes. I've seen Doctor Who.
There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us.
Okay.
In as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
Travellers can inhabit us.
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. so they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Okay. In simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
Do you think the murderer is a traveller?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Okay, So if the murderer is a traveller, then it's obviously someone that's possessed someone. But who? He did mention something about Bronwyn being possessed when we spoke to him as Bronwyn. So maybe that's a connection there, right? He might have possessed her and killed her. You know, Zach.
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention Dorota.
Okay. About her?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Okay. Oh, he was planning to meet her on Monday. He said he was alone in his studio.
Consistently occupied by crew members returning from their shifts. Is anyone here? He asked.
That's not fishy at all, is it? Alright, can we,
Hello, I'm Violet.
I'm Violet!
I'm
Violet. Violet! Alright, we're gonna go see Zach as Violet.
Came over him, Dimitri
Just to
yelled
see what
out
he's
in
got to say.
frustration and fear, stomping his feet like a frustrated child. Please help me!
Let's do it!
Oh, hello, gorgeous.
We can do that for sure, Miss Kennelly, if I remember.
Did you hear about Dorota? I came over last night, but you weren't here.
See, when you're kind of possessing them, the character you're possessing leads the question for you, right? But when you're a Sam, they don't. So
Did you hear about Dorota?
So when we're Sam, I'll try to remember to do that. When we're obviously playing a character like this, we'll let them read the question, right?
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Okay.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with her?
Do that one. Were you sleeping with her?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Let's try that one.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Uh-huh. And we know he wasn't. Or he
Which
wasn't
part
planning
had
on
been a
being there
dream?
anyway. Oscar's not there.
Felt the same to him. He quickly
Let's visit
searched
the
his
chief
pouch
as
and found the
Violet.
etchings.
Oh, he's not there either.
After he copied the notes, must have been some kind of hallucination, he concluded.
Okay.
Possibly caused by a gas or an unfamiliar type of radiation. The three scientists all looked at him eagerly as he climbed out of the...
So, I'm trying to interrupt, but I have to share a new story. It is crazy. What? Alien probe Harvard International? What? Alien probes! Aliens, man, they don't exist, do they? Surely not. I mean, it's limited what we can do at this point, because while we're here, two of the captions.
I'm Oscar.
We can't.
Is
really
there anything else I can do?
Right, let's speak to Violet as Oscar.
Abuse or torture? Or punishment? Added Dimitri.
Oh, she's not there.
Well, yes, replied Dr. Utani.
We're going to see Zach as
She looked
him
at
if we
Dimitri
can.
with bewilderment, more surprised and impressed by his linguistics.
Oh, he's not there either.
For the wicked or curious, Dimitri said, his eyes wide with fear. Dr. Remington.
That sounds intriguing, Red Dog. We gotta shapeshift as this guy, but we need to do it when these other two lasses are available.
Asked, he sounded incredulous. Dimitri's shoulders slumped and his gaze dropped to the floor.
Like Miss Canella
Yes,
said,
I think so.
Yeah,
There was a long silence, and he didn't dare guess.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab.
Oh.
That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Right. So, we'll go to the chief and do. No, we'll go to chief in the morning. Next chapter, we'll go to the chief in the morning and recap.
Sam.
Oh.
I've got news. We've done a reading.
Oh dear.
It's the Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
Okay, that's one of
Shopping stands for whether it's probably not literal. I mean, as you know, Monroe, you've interpreted so many
visit
dreams.
The chief first, then we'll visit you. Then we'll visit Alice.
Sam, do me a favour. Go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
And he's obviously got something going on with our lovely Violet.
We've got a new target, Alice Munro. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
So it's obviously something to do with the wedding dress might be something that comes up, right? So not many people would know. If someone else let's just put it at the top. If there was anyone spying on her, they would know that. So if anyone else kind of hints about the wedding dress, then we know that they was in her closet spying. So let's go see Ellis, who's the new target.
Free.
You must be Sam.
Hello, Ellis.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
I never read her jest. It did say I mean, Rain was saying about the riots and saying that they normally have 3 victims and they've got something in common, right? So if this is the second one, they're both redheads. That means the third one would have to be a redhead. And we know there's only one other redhead that we've seen so far, and we don't want her to die, do we? But maybe there's another pattern between them. You know, maybe they're all Leos or something.
Yes. We were
Uh-oh.
friends.
Oh.
I hadn't known her for long.
She was friends.
Only a few weeks.
How did you meet her?
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
Oh, she asked you for a drink?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house.
Oh.
I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Oh. Okay.
This is just between us, right?
Oh, yeah. Just us? Just us two?
We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
Uh-huh. I bet you did.
I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other. Multiple times.
Okay, so... yeah.
Oscar.
Did you know she had a boyfriend?
Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Oh, something else? Maybe that's when she was talking about, she wanted him to be a voyeur and watch. So maybe there's something else she's referring to as that.
I said some guys like to watch.
Ah, okay.
So
it was.
Tell him it would be sexy if he could look, but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Okay. Yeah, because he mentioned it to us as well, didn't he? We think the murderer watched her in the same way.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar was playing football.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
A stalker? Okay. Does Oscar know about you?
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way.
Okay. Any idea who might want to hurt you?
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood, and it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
Means you're anxious about something. We'll go that one.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
Or someone else's. Now, what do you want me to do?
Just don't hurt me.
Just don't hurt me! Why would I do
Or
that?
let me get hurt.
Okay. Tell me about Poe. Poe is her partner on the radio.
We're co-hosts. On the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Okay. Where can I find him?
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Where were you last night? You gotta ask the question, right? Everyone needs to give an alibi.
On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Okay. Do you know Zach Weston?
Not very well. He's done a few shoots with me and Poe. To promote the show.
What do you think of him? Have you had any private sessions with him?
No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him. But Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift.
Oh.
She looked amazing.
So now we know who the boudoir pictures were for. Okay. But yeah, we can see Zach is obviously a bit of a creep, right? Zach was kind of trying to get her to pose too. He's trying to do it for all the ladies. I wonder if he asked the men to pose too, or whether he is just a ladies' man. Right.
Sam? You forgot your phone.
The location would be somewhere on Earth.
That was weird.
Instead, he now found himself...
That was really weird. Right, Zach. Do you know Alice Monroe?
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
Have you met her?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
Anything else?
Look, I know where you're going with this. Yes, I asked her if she'd do a boudoir session with me. She turned me down. No big deal.
You get turned down a lot?
No. I got the photos that I needed anyway.
Oh, what do you mean by that? He's spying on her through a window?
3 here. Last few months.
Right.
Discoveries he had never dared dream of, much less be a part of. When he and the other scientists first arrived here,
the
their
radio is
excitement had been
the
almost
maker of radio
unbearable.
is Decker, which is obviously Decker being the last game.
Excellent work. Gold
Gold
star
star.
for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
Hi.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Oh.
What's your name?
And the boogeyman would be nice.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Oh yes! We want a secret.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Violet was taken by aliens. I mean, it always comes down to aliens, right? Always comes down to aliens. You think the kid did it? Do you know Alice? Well, ask her about Alice Monroe first. Do you know Alice Monroe?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
You're well funny. Have you ever met her?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
Sophia mentioned aliens.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
You think you're abducted? Is that why you're taking pills? Is that why you're taking pills? Which is that one?
I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills.
Okay. Yeah. Have you told anyone about this?
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont.
And me?
And now you, apparently.
Yes. Do you think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Uh-huh. Did anyone else see you last night?
No. Not even the moon.
Wait, what? How did she know? The chief said you'd tell me about the abduction. Ah, fuck it, let's do it.
I don't really want to.
He did tell us not to probe her, so we might get in trouble for this, but you gotta do it.
About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness, like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
Okay. First time?
It's happened 5 times, even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal.
Actually, do you forget everything?
No.
No, okay.
I have certain flashbacks.
I will need details. Yes, of course we do.
It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners.
Oh.
Being experimented on.
The aliens did it! Experimented on.
They rearrange us like decorations. Suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
Okay.
Turned on the small lamp on his helmet. Dimitri slowly rotated.
Something just a little bit weird with that, right? Aliens! Right. Ray said you knew about rats.
A little bit. What did you want to know?
What is a rat?
A rat can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
How do you know about travelers?
We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper. They're all travelers.
Wait, Jack the Ripper was a demon? Oh my god. Why were there 3 victims before? Will there be 3 victims this time? Will there be 3 victims this time?
3 attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure.
Alright. Tell me about Alice Monroe.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help, though.
I bet you do. What's the connection between Alice and Dorota?
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
We know one connection between them. They, they liked each other. And both of these could possibly be true, right? We know they're both redheads, but they both know the killer. I mean, the first one, she would do that. They both know the killer.
Not necessarily. If it's a traveler, then they just jump into any vessel.
I didn't know the
have
body
their fun
that
and
they've
go.
been used.
It just needs to be someone nearby.
They both got to know the kind of the vessel, I should say. All right. You know Zach Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Sure. Do it.
9 of Cups. This is a very positive card. Is Zach a suspect? Something feels wrong. He's too smug, too self-congratulating, like he's got away with something. I don't like this, Sam. I don't like this one bit at all.
Wait, hang on, but she's talking as if she knows him, and she said just before that, I don't know him, right? Zach is suspicious. Now, this part here, I mean, we're the only person that knows she had a coin in her mouth, so I don't really want to tell her that.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Keep an eye on Violet. Try to find out more from Mercury. We'll do that.
I've already been doing that, but sure, I'll keep at it. Maybe it'll feel sorry for me and finally put out.
Aye. Well,
Thanks to some earlier linguistic discoveries made at other lunar sites.
They're not going to mention that. See if anyone mentions it to us. So, tell me more about Birmingham.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
Okay. Oh, what happened to Yuri? Why do you think Yuri was a traveller? I don't know. Why do you think Yuri was a traveller?
Because he said he'd see us again. In August. Before we even knew it was a month and a place.
Oh, okay. Do you know Alice Monroe?
Yes. I met her at the radio station.
Why were you at a radio station?
I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Fine realization that he had gone blind. Panicking.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
Do you really want to help?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
Use me! Right. Okay, I have a few options. Let's see what options we can have. Find out what you can from the Ouija board. Find out what you can from Zach Weston. What do I get to use a Ouija board again? I don't feel good asking to go after Zach to find him.
You got it. Me and the spirit world are going to have a serious chat. I'll get back to you when I find something.
Right.
I think I'm blind. The breathing became heavier, but there was...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Well, thanks, mate. Whatever the fuck that's all about. Right, so... Let's,
Hi, I'm
Ellis.
Ellis. I'm Ellis.
If you're shapeshifting as Ellis and you, you know, maybe, oh shit, wrong button. If you're shapeshifting as Ellis, does that mean you could get killed?
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
I want to go see Zach.
It was then he heard the voices again whispering
Ellis.
to him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri was almost able to make out individual words in a language wholly unknown.
Oh, alright.
Harsh consonants and Dimitri covered his ears to make it stop, but the nameless voice
No one's home!
compelling him to listen until he understood the meanings of their words. This is how you die. Dimitri tried to scream, but there was no sound. Heal away.
No one's in. There's nobody home.
Dimitri was suddenly startled by the voice in his earpiece. We noticed he was suspended in the air. He was still inside.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh,
I'm Lexi.
I'm Lexi.
Gas or an unfamiliar type of radiation. The three scientists all looked at him eagerly.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
I'm a friend of Dorota's. I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota. I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you. Can I come in?
Yes, rather than sending her to find info on him, we'll go as her and try to find info.
It's a bit late, but I think I could spare a few minutes. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lexi.
Lexi? I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota says she knew you. You're dating Violet, aren't you?
We'll try that one.
No, we're just friends.
Oh.
That's not what you told Sam.
What a liar.
That's not what Violet thinks. That's not what you told Sam.
Not what you told Sam.
Sam? Who are you? Are you working with the police too?
I'm helping Sam with the case. Don't worry, I'm not with the police.
I'm not with the police.
I'm not worried. I just don't like being lied to.
Dorota says she knew you.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
Oh.
No thanks.
No, we don't.
No
drink.
thanks.
No thanks, but he's still going to get a drink for himself, I guess. It's an interesting looking bottle. Skull.
A little bit won't hurt.
I know what you did to Dorota.
Dr. Whitfield, as he placed a hand on Dimitri's shoulder. Nothing to worry about.
It's a bit
In the empty
suspicious.
space, his eyes filled with dread.
Very odd.
They all arrived. On the way over, Dimitri had listened to his recordings and couldn't make out anything out of the ordinary. Perhaps the others were right. Perhaps it was all just in his...
Lexicorn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you...
Uh-oh.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Because you're immortal. Why not?
Why not?
I'm gonna stick around until you're sick of the sight of me, alright? I'm not in any danger. Ellis is in danger. Sam's in danger.
Cigarette. I can see straight through it from where I sit, even with the...
Our job is so stressful.
Our job is so stressful.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it? Why don't we just quit?
Why do we do
Why
it?
do we do it?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by trans-dimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure.
Trans-dimensional evil?
Hang on a sec. Just coughing my guts up. Oh man. I had a tickle in my throat. Had to get my throat spray. Right, transdimensional evil.
Oh, read the manual, Lex. People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? Minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, 0.
Okay.
Behind me. Believe me now? I know.
Oh.
Just like before I shot her. I believe you, I say, looking at my gun.
Okay, let's Well, I don't want to not be well. I'm supposed to be going into hospital on Friday. If I get sick, I can't. I've got to postpone it. I don't want to be sick. But I don't know. I've had to. I've not really got a throat issue, but I've not had a throat ache. I just had a tickle. You know, you get a tickle in your throat and you're just coughing a lot. It's not. It's only something that happened today. It's not happened before today. Not recently, anyway. Just a tickle in your throat. Right. So hang on. I was trying to see Zach as
Hi.
her.
I'm Bronwyn.
She's obviously the suspect.
He scented palm on my forehead and whispers, because you're an automat now. Yeah.
Okay. There's obviously certain characters you're not
kisses
supposed
me
to
on the
talk to
cheek
as other
and gives me a
characters, and
gentle
those ones,
push.
when you try to go there, they're not going to be there.
You're listening to Radio August.
Good old WebMD, Dracort.
Owen Monroe.
The sprinklers hiss down. I crawl out of
Good
Jimmy's
old
upside-down
WebMD.
Toyota.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
If Tara can predict.
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
She's a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Right, it says you're lying about your alibi.
Oh, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Okay.
He dead.
Is that it?
I am the cavalry. Dr. Thatcher's black BMW is strewn on its side.
What a day. Alice Munro, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure. Looks that way.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I wouldn't be.
Well, what then? Just young women in general? No. I think it's definitely looking for redheads.
It's looking for women, for young girls with 6 toes on each foot. Right? That could be it. We don't know that's wrong, right?
Straight through his gut, pulling out his spine like an afterthought.
We need to ask her how
I
many
grabbed
toes
his
have got.
gun.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Alice?
What would you do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think. What have we tried before?
What have we tried before?
A few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them? Restraining them? Killing them? Talking to them?
Let's try
restraining them?
If we lock up the killer until Mercury tells us Ellis is safe, that could work. But who is the killer?
Ellis. Rain. Chief Dupont. Sam. Oscar. Violet. Ellis. Zach.
Sam? What? We gotta pick one?
Rain. Chief Dupont.
I can't say
Rain.
her.
Chief Dupont.
I can't call her the killer. Let's just say Zach.
I think so too. I need a reason to visit him though.
Car's drawing even closer. My first shot.
Okay.
From the puddle at the base of the ramp, her hospital gown smothered in blood.
I want to visit
The fourth hits her square in the chest.
Ellis. I want to visit
And
Ellis.
slows her
before we
approach to a stagger. The
continue.
eighth forces her to her knees.
To return to Coda, no, we're definitely not going to share that yet.
Howls.
Anything we can have anything else to tell us, because we didn't really...
Spraying crimson she spilled.
We didn't really bring out any secrets. I want to speak to Ellis again.
My legs fail, and I slide my back against it.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
So is she not there because she's been killed, or because she's been protected? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, the sooner location.
Because I kind of think that if it was killed at 10 o'clock last night, it could be 10 o'clock tonight is when the next murder is going to happen.
In the field of archaeology, hadn't had. Combined with the moon's low gravity.
Right, Chief. Violet's talking about aliens.
What do you know about it?
She thinks they're real. Maybe it's why she's taking pills. Have you looked into it? Maybe it's why she's taking pills.
It's probably a bit more nuanced than that. But maybe.
He knows all about it, right? But he won't tell us.
We've got a new target. Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. Rains confirmed he met Alice at the radio station. Picking his next victim, maybe? Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Go.
Dark circles under their eyes.
See, I want to
It
visit
seemed the moon
Poe,
had
but
taken its toll on Earth's
Poe's
best and
available at
brightest.
8:30, but we can't.
As they waited for the elevator,
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Right, is this going to happen now? Is she deaded? Hope not.
He's much to Dimitri's growing
I'll go to
frustration.
visit her first. Right, he's still alive at this point, so 10 o'clock is probably when it's going to happen.
What they would find there.
Oh, I'm wrong button. And that does make sense, because I know there was there was some content creators, like streamers, that were were showing off some early play of the game, and they were only, the embargo was to play up to 10 o'clock, so they couldn't go past 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, obviously something's going to happen.
Do the same thing while expecting different results.
We can visit Poe. Cool.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Right. So Oscar's leaving for the night. Bye, Oscar. What is that in your pocket, Oscar?
One of us, perhaps.
Where are you going to be in the next few hours?
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
You should probably go somewhere else where there are witnesses.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Scientists all looked at each other, silently wondering if Dimitri...
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
We don't know, Poe. We're gonna find out. But I'm disappointed at one thing. There's not a question here that says, when did you last see Dipsy? Because, you know.
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
Right, so are you romantically involved, or is she dating anyone? Is she dating anyone?
I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily.
Okay. Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
Poe and Monroe?
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
Uh-huh. What is the Free Radio Project?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
How can she afford free radios? She's forcing people to listen to you. How can she afford free radio?
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
That makes sense. Do you know Dorota Shaw?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
A tarot reading predicted it.
Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
Ooh. What gentleman?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listeners.
Oh, that was Rain.
We said we'd think about it.
He did say that he went to visit. That's when he met him, didn't he? He went to try to sell his talents. Tell me about August.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
No, tell me more.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
What really happened?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one.
Oh. Go on.
They slaughtered everyone. Men, women, and children. All dead and dismembered in their own homes.
Uh-huh.
The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
Okay. So everyone in August is descended from pirates, or where's the mass grave? We lost that one. Where's the mass grave?
No one knows.
No one knows.
It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
Dun dun dun.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Or perhaps they were getting closer.
Aye.
Dimitri started yelling up the shaft. Pull me up! Get me out of here, please! He swore he heard laughter coming from down below, as Dimitri's heart was beating in his chest.
Oh.
It's you.
It's you. I was hoping it might be Zach.
Have you seen Zach lately?
No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up.
Oh. Obviously, we can visit her as Zach to find out what that news is, alright? Important news.
Yes. If he ever shows up.
So we'll do that. As soon as we've done this, we'll switch to Zach and come back and see what she's on about. Alice says she gave you a free radio.
Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place.
Remember anything else?
Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
You know John Perp?
No.
From Perm and Road, a radio show?
Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though.
Really? He didn't deliver free radio too?
Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man.
Aha. Right, let's go and see what she's got to say. Jack. Uh-huh. Scissors. In the bedroom with the scissors. He's going into the last room on the left, which is
Contemplated the day's events.
Our room.
Dimitri quickly fell asleep.
Why is she
He
going
couldn't
into
wait to go back
our
home.
room?
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready. I wasn't about to.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Right.
He rubbed the heels of his hands against his eyes, trying hopelessly to rub the black.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's.
Whoa.
I was at the
we
you
knew
were at
that,
Dorota's.
we knew that he was planning on going there, right? So
You
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
You're spying on me.
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me. I'm done with you. We've finished.
Uh-huh.
Don't come back here again.
Held back by doubt, but compelled by curiosity, he approached the source of the sound.
Okay. Now, he's probably not going to be able to
But
talk
no
to
one
any of
was
the
there.
others as her, but
Dimitri was both perplexed and overcome by
that's rather curious, right? Zach is obviously, he is a very, very suspicious young lad. I think he's the one that I think I'm most suspicious about is Zach. Alright,
Dimitri was almost able to make out individual words in a language wholly unknown.
did you find anything out from the Ouija? What did you find out from the Ouija board?
Quite a lot, but I'm not sure how much of it is useful. Apparently this town has a lot of spirits with a lot of unfinished business.
Okay. Unfinished business?
One woman was looking for her daughter, and there was a girl looking for her mum. It was awful. They were both there, but they couldn't see each other. I couldn't help them.
Anything about the murders?
Yes, the general message is anyone that tries to stop Ellis dying will be punished. Sam, be careful please.
Okay. What can you tell me about Poe?
He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help.
Sure.
Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you.
Aren't you supposed to shuffle?
I shuffled before you got here.
Are you sure?
Okay.
We don't believe her.
No. The Two of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently?
Uh-huh.
The Lovers.
Totally
I
set
did
up.
not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you?
What a setup. No means nothing, sir. Luckily, the feeling's not mutual. It means I should ask you out on a date if we survive this. I mean, it's pretty obvious to set that up, right? Let's do that. We'll do that one.
You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam?
Sure. We'll ask you for a date, dressed up, pretending to be, your friend Bronwyn.
Remington? No, Dimitri replied. I'm sure. I remember.
How'd you catch a traveller?
Honestly? You don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them. Continuously trying to stop them ruining lives.
Can you force them to leave?
No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble.
How can you tell they've gone?
We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
Okay.
Answered each other. Dr. Yutani was the first to speak.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Alexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far.
Uh-huh.
What if we can't make a change?
Hey, so I don't know. I'm here. Things have already changed. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Maybe. If we could just save one person, Sam.
Okay.
Alice. We need to save her. We need to.
Any luck with Mercury?
Not really. But it wants to know why you're hesitating.
Wait, I'm not hesitating?
Mercury thinks you are. I can see its point. Alice is in danger and you're still here asking questions.
That's because I can't do anything for fucking else. Stupid woman. The game won't let me go protect her. What should I be doing?
Protecting her? I'm not saying lock her in a vault and surround her by guards, but anything would be justifiable at this point. I'd at least have eyes on her, and don't trust the police to do it. They have a poor track record.
I want to see a Christmas tree, but I feel like...
So we're going to go and sit in Alice's
these are
room and wait for her.
spirit
I don't think it's going to work.
chimes.
We got to keep an eye on Zach. Zach said you were at Dorothea's last night.
He didn't. He was the one in her bedroom last night. I never made it that far. I just followed him to her house.
Oh dear, why were you following Zach?
I wrongly assumed we were in a relationship. I thought that he was cheating on me. Which he was. I saw him leave Dorota's and I followed him straight after. I don't know if anyone else was there.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier? See anyone else outside our house? See anyone else outside our house?
Nobody went in or out whilst Zach was there. I tailed him as soon as he left. He drives like a maniac, so I'd lose him otherwise.
Alright. But she told us about Zach.
Shop is now closed.
She told us about Zach. Right, it's
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
Wait, why does his voice sound a bit demonic?
The animals?
That was a bit weird.
There could be animals, and some people might interpret them as animals.
But there's... John. I'm gonna be fine.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think?
Only...
I'm gonna go
hang something on?
have him visit her and just stay with her.
You could do that, but it's...
No. Does not work that way.
Old item.
I honestly...
I doubt you've ever used one of them.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
I've just moved in.
I've just moved in next door.
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really? Anything I can help with?
If I can help with?
No, not really.
Gosh.
They were all identical quadruplets, aged 17.
Alright, okay.
Ingrained in the mangle. But I obviously...
It's gotta be Zach. Has to be Zach. Can we, shit, where'd I put it?
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Ah, damn it! Alright. We're gonna speak to,
Okay, Alice, this is what I brought in today. What do you think it is?
Speak to Violet, this is Chief.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Your doctor did call?
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pill. Are you?
Are you?
No. Not anymore.
Oh.
I think you're supposed to take the pills, Violet.
Yes, take the pills.
Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
I didn't say the UFO was real.
I didn't say that.
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
Oh.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
So is the Chief kind of being a bit, trying to hide stuff here? I mean, UFO, so he's trying to make her think she's going potty, maybe. I mean, well, she is a bit potty, right? You said you all have her heads.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognised. They all had red hair.
Oh.
Do you think this place is nearby?
Oh. So, the aliens are taking people with red hair.
They all had red hair.
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
So when is she saying she's being abducted by UFOs, she kind of means she's been taken, the travellers are taking them up to their ship. Anyone with a foot fetish will love this game? Well, you do see quite a few feet. You know, if you're into that sort of thing, you got some nice background footage to sit there and watch of all these different people.
It's just perhaps not how it used to be. They want to reconnect.
We're trying to go to people as the Chief
that they maybe have not attended to.
I don't remember
their family as they.
I'm sure it's not her, but I don't remember.
Well,
I mean, the name of the actress in this is, I think her name is Aislinn Diaf, I believe. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I vaguely remember Falls War, but I don't remember the driver. I really don't.
Also suggests that you're feeling overwhelmed, but in this case, it found.
Oh.
I haven't asked you about Zach yet.
I've not asked you about Zach.
Until a few hours ago, I never heard of the guy. Creepy as fudge, if you ask me.
Thanks, Lexi.
Anything for you, Chief?
Was that really worth it?
And if I'm honest, I just want to let you know that so many of us go through situations like this. So, Robin, you're not alone in this. And I know it feels very sad, and it feels...
Chief DuPont.
Chief DuPont.
Grave news, indeed.
Will Alice be safe with you here?
No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
And murder Poe and Monroe?
No.
No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
Oh.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand.
I'd love to.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It will be an honor and a privilege. Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
And then the cashier makes her put everything back on the shelves, but it never ends. And every time she comes back to the cart, it seems more full than before.
I don't know if it's... I'm trying to think of if there's anything we're supposed to be able to do to save her. We got to get someone to kind of try to protect her, right? But I don't think we can. I think she's
say
probably
about
supposed to
most
die.
dreams that are recurring dreams.
Of course.
You thought you could ask one of these chaps to go and
stands for,
hang out
whether
with
it's
her, but...
it's probably not literal. I mean,
Alright, let's just go
the
and
dreams.
try to visit her again.
She made her put everything back on the shelves. So it's almost someone puts a lot of effort into something, but
You delivered radio to the guest house.
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
It's because you're redhead. Maybe she was jealous.
Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
Oh. Oh.
So what we're also dealing with here is...
Let's see what Zach's got to say about being at her house. Violet says you're at Dorota's house.
Well, if Violet said it, it must be true. I was here last night, as I said.
He's still denying it, but we know it's true, right?
Than you receive a relation. Someone else's significant other, rather than actually having your own identity as yourself. Now, for me personally, I believe that every...
Let's visit Zach as Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Do you much rather steal their wives?
I'm Violet.
Nothing wrong with that.
Challenge in your life. What do you think, Poe?
that's some wonderful advice.
I followed you to Dorota's last night.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
Oh.
You killed Dorota. You had sex with Dorota.
Sure.
I absolutely did not.
You killed her then. Okay.
Then what did happen?
That's it. Spill.
She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch, didn't you know?
Uh-huh.
It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door is.
Okay.
Where could he be from, this man?
Interesting.
I'm not sure, actually. He's maybe a Buddhist?
Mm.
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually.
Why don't you like me?
Why don't you like me?
What? I like everyone. What makes you say that?
You're trying to take Zach from me.
You told Sam I didn't like you.
Sam.
It's just, when I dropped the radio off at the guest house, you weren't very welcoming.
I get suspicious of free things.
Can't blame me for that.
There's always strings, right? Did you feel guilty about not listening? It's okay. I'm not a doctor. So we can be friends now?
Sure.
Yes. Amazing. I've got a lot going on at the moment, which hopefully I'll get through. And if I do, I'll come and see you at the guest house sometime. Okay?
Or do you want to come with us now?
Yeah.
Well,
that would work.
This is certainly interesting. This, I would say you have to hold with 2 hands. And out of metal. And also there's...
No, so we got to figure out how to get Zach to...
Well, I think it's like a green.
Open up
It's like
and tell
green paint.
us something as ourselves.
What kind of situation or scene do we have?
Let's go visit the chief. Got a chief.
Could be combat.
Maybe they're hugging?
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
Uh-oh. Heavy rain news? What have you got on rain? Or did you get a phone call from Violet's doctor? Which one first? Did you get a phone call from Violet's doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Tanner. She's checking up on Violet. Why are you still giving her a hard time about this? She's had it tough enough already.
What did Dr. Tanner want?
She wanted to check Violet was taking her pills. Apparently Violet told her to call me to confirm. She's dealing with a lot of things, just so go easy.
Okay. What things?
The doctor said the aliens are delusions, a side effect of her previous alcoholism. She's been sober 6 months, and I don't want to change that, Sam.
She's an alky.
The neuropathy she suffered due to alcohol is causing her problems. The pills are to try to help with that, but guess they have side effects too. Memory loss. She's not a monster. Just a little girl lost.
You're an alcoholic, that kind of explains a lot. Alcoholism.
She was drinking to forget. She ran with a bad crowd a few years ago. They branded their backs with symbols, basically a cult. The leaders were imprisoned, but they left a lot of baggage behind. You won't get any mileage talking to her about it, I assure you.
Part of a cult. Was the cult leader's name Decker? And what have you got on rain?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name. And no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
Okay. What did he do?
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
Okay. When was this?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you. Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one, Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Ellis knows Violet because of the free radio project. Ellis thinks Violet doesn't like her very much. I'm not sure I like you very much. Where's the proof? Violet's just admitted being at the crime scene last night with Zach. It's not looking good for Zach now.
Definitely not.
Oscar's in nuclear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. I think you've narrowed it down to Zach, Rain, and Lexi.
Hello.
That's just my professional opinion, mind you. Feel free to ignore the person who hired you. That's it.
So, I mean, if we, we know Zach kind of told, Violet that Dorota called him over there to watch her from the closet, to watch her. So maybe if he was watching from the closet like Oscar was, then he might know about the wedding dress. And if he does, then if we can get him to say something about a wedding dress, we know for sure that he was in her closet. But we got to get him to admit it.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
So, there's a chance that she could be dead now, because 10 o'clock's when the last one happened. Your health insurance card, you missed a lot? Well, we'll see. You haven't missed a second character die yet, unless when we click this button, she's dead. Hopefully it was good news, though, Red Dog.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
I'll protect her in a house, send an officer to her house, tell her to leave town. No, we don't want her to leave town, right? The best thing to do would be if we protect her, but we did say that, as far as these travellers are concerned, if someone tries to prevent them from, doing something, then, they will be in trouble, right? Screw it, we'll do it, we'll protect her.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
We'll give it a go, right? Ellis, I'm staying with you.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
I'm gifted with certain powers. What? I'll do my best.
That's all I needed to hear.
Just don't go out of my sight.
Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it going to be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait?
Maybe you should hide somewhere. It'll be okay. That's what they always say. Just before the suspect gets killed, it's like, you're going to be okay.
I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably going to have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
Just wait. We got no other option, so...
That's the door.
Uh-oh.
That's the door, Sam. What are we going to do?
Uh-oh. Hide? Hide seems like a bad idea, though. A hide seems like the simple option, but I think it's going to be a bad idea. If she stays with me, then at least know where she is, right? Hey, we got an achievement. Aliens? There's a pair of scissors on the table.
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
Did we really save her? I don't...
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Next chapter.
Sam, I have some bad news.
Next target is us.
We've done a group reading.
I bet that's
and
what it
it's
is.
you.
Yeah, I knew it. I'm the next target.
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
Right. Why me?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Kissy kissy.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Not really, even no. I think it's honestly, I think it's Zach. Let's see what he thinks.
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Well, as far as who we think, now he thinks it's either Violet, Zach, or Rain, right? Now Rain was alone in his room praying, right? We know for sure that Violet and Zach, both of them, were at her house. I mean, he obviously went in her house. His story is that it is Deveki, yes. And hello, Deveki. It is our first playthrough. I mean, we know that Zach was inside the house. We kind of, he kind of confessed that to Violet when we was as Violet. Violet would never hurt anyone. I don't know. I'm still leaning towards Zach on this one, and I am still leaning towards Zach. Everything looks like Zach from where I'm sitting. I mean, there's others. I mean, obviously Bronwyn has an alibi. Oscar had an alibi. Poe has an alibi. Ellis, obviously it's not Ellis. Alibi. It's not the chief. Lexi didn't have an alibi, but I don't think it would be her. You bet it was the chief? I mean, it's possible it was him, but I don't know. I'd like to think not. I mean, Rain is obviously one of the tarot readers. There's 3 tarot readers. You got Rain, Lexi, and Bronwyn. Bronwyn are tarot readers, and they're supposedly trying to stop this thing that's killing people. Why isn't the kid in the list? Shantucky. I don't know. That's a very good question. It's also the one who's least suspicious? Not always. I mean, sometimes it's the one that's least suspicious. In that case, it was probably us. Because we are the least suspicious. Oh, Sam over here. He's the least suspicious of the lot, I think. I'm going to choose the obvious answer, which is Zach. But he's the obvious one. Or I mean, it could be Violet. She's just jealous. She could have killed Dorota because Zach was seeing him. She knows that Zach has been trying to see Ellis. He knows Zach's been trying to chase after Ellis and get him to do some boudoir shots. So technically, she could be trying to she could be kind of killing everyone that he's trying to bed, if you know what I mean. Some of those are comedy choices. Well, yeah. There's obviously a lot of red herrings and stuff in stuff like this, but we're probably going to be the wrong thing to do. But I'm going to go with the obvious option, which is Zach.
Zach, I don't trust him either. He's definitely creepy. I'll go and pick him up myself. With all the information you've given me, I think it'll be enough. Maybe he'll confess too. That would help. Good luck, Sam. If you pick the wrong person, you're still in danger.
I think it might be Violet though, but we're going to go that option. I think it might be Violet kind of trying to kill his conquests, maybe. I guess we'll see.
Sam,
He's got scissors.
you asked for these earlier.
No, I didn't.
Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
I didn't ask for scissors. I definitely did not ask for scissors. No, I did not.
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose,
No problem.
I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station mad.
It's very, very good.
I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Wait, what? Our mate Poe is sounding a little bit weird. But as far as Poe's concerned, we don't know. We know pretty much nothing about him because no one really knew anything about him. The only thing we knew about him was that he, I mean, he had an alibi, but he did meet the killer, so he interviewed her at home. Right.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
What about next victim?
There is no next victim. Zach is still locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you?
What, does this go with him? Or we can... My home is August. Why would I don't know. Why would our home be here? This is kind of curious. And we could stay in August to take care of Violet, you know. Well, if we go with them, obviously she wants us to travel with the tarot readers, I guess, to try to catch him before his next killings. You know what I mean? To try to get them before the next time. I don't know if it's actually going to affect anything. Might just get some different video depending on what you choose. We're going to stick around here. We're done.
I thought you might say that. I'm going to miss you, Sam. We're all going to miss you. Are you sure I can't change your mind?
I mean... Sure, why not?
Really?
I'll change my mind.
Sam, that's wonderful.
We got another hug for changing our mind.
Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good.
Sweet
you win.
cheeks.
Alexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
Uh-huh. I mean, it could well be that, Ellie. They could take you out back to freedom and just take turns impounding you into the ground. That's a nice thing to say.
I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Sam, you're safe. Thank Christ.
I got a rain hug too.
Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
What? Kiss him? We won't kiss him. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna just... Everyone's emotional.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of death going around.
So, this is it?
Look, however this pans out, I just wanted to say thank you. Chief Dupont was gonna screw everything, but you kept it all together. The riot was stopped.
No, Elston.
But there's tens, if not hundreds, going on all the time, so we gotta keep going. I don't know if Bron asked in the end, but I hope you're coming with us. I really do.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me.
Uh-huh. You saw what I did? What did I do? You're strong, you'll be fine. Happy to save you any time.
Sam, you already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget. Keep saving people for me, you hear? Bye, Sam.
Bye. 2 kisses!
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame. You were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August.
That's the thing that's weird is, if you remember, towards the beginning of the game, we was pretty much told before we even got here, we was told, do not have any physical contact with anyone because they'll get an idea that we're different. And then all this hugging, kissing, I mean, that's touchy, that's physical contact, right?
And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
Hey. What does that mean? Thank you.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine
Oh.
I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
Because you did well.
Oh.
And you know what happens when you do well?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can probably, I mean, you can, it's a game that's made to, like Dr. Decker before, the last game, you can, it does give you the opportunity to play it multiple times, because the killer is kind of randomly chosen at the beginning, so, yeah.
Augmentation.
Oh.
Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Ooh, pie. We got pied. I like getting pied. I do like pie. The end. Maybe. Wait, what? Enter secret debriefing. What?
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human? Do you have feelings?
You have feelings? I don't know.
Then we'll need to work on that. Do plants have feelings?
Wait, do plants have feelings? No.
Splendid. I've burned down a rainforest. Does that make you happy?
No.
Splendid. I've killed a serial killer. Does that make you happy?
No.
Interesting. Could be old school Prime Directive. Could be... Evolving. Ship it.
What? What was that about? What was that about? What was that about?